There's a lot to be said for the approach to life that says, don't sweat the small stuff. After all, sweating the small stuff can cause us to miss the big, important things in life while we focus on minor details. On the other hand, I really want the guy that does my heart surgery to be detail-oriented, sweating the small stuff. This tension exists in your financial life as well. On the one hand, you want to keep an eye on the big picture. You have to keep the main thing the main thing. Examples of such big ideas in your financial life might include, I want to be sure that if something happens to me, my family is taken care of. Or, I want to build up sufficient wealth so that when I decide to retire, I can enjoy a long life free from financial worries. Or, I want to be sure that upon my death, all that I have worked for all my life passes on to the people and the causes about which I care deeply. No details about how the big idea is to be achieved, just a big target, a lofty goal, a distant beacon illuminating the way forward. But once you've got your big idea, then you also need to sweat the small stuff. Financial matters are by definition very detail-oriented. Joe got cancer in his 50s. The good news is that Joe got treated early and is in remission today. Joe was a professional and had a collection of insurance policies he knew little about, but he soon discovered a few details that he hadn't noticed. The first detail that he noticed was in the medical insurance policy he had purchased, which cost less than the old one and had a cap on the amount of chemotherapy it would pay. Joe's chemo bill soon exceeded the maximum, and he started running up a tab. Today, he has a six-figure medical indebtedness that threatens to take him under financially. The second detail he discovered was a little rule about taxes on disability insurance. The rule says that if you treat your disability insurance premium as a business expense and you deduct it, then you'll have to pay taxes on benefits when they are paid to you if you become disabled. Conversely, if you forego this tax deduction, you may receive your disability benefits free of taxes. Now that Joe is receiving monthly disability benefits, don't you think he wishes the benefits were tax-free? But he didn't pay attention to that little detail. And then there's the guy I met 20 years ago. He'd heard that the XYZ mutual fund was hotter than a pistol. You remember the 90s when the word mutual fund and hot were said in one sentence? So he sent them some money to invest. Now, he watched the newspapers and he saw the fund steadily climbing, but he would get his statement and the money was going nowhere, barely moving at all. When he came to see me, he brought the statement and I saw the problem. He hadn't actually put his money in the XYZ fund itself, but in a money market fund that was owned by XYZ. He'd failed to pay attention to the details. My advice? Get focused on your financial big idea and then start sweating the small stuff, because small stuff is often a big deal. Offering you wisdom on wealth, I'm Byron Moore.